On Tuesday, December 3rd, the Select Board voted to support a yes position on the January 14th special election ballot. This means backing the neighborhood housing plan, the more ambitious zoning changes adopted at October's town meeting to comply with the MBTA Communities Act. The vote was 4-1, with board member Josh Levy opposing the decision.
Josh Levy pointed to the nearly 4,000 signatures on the petition, highlighting their concerns about overcrowded schools, traffic congestion, and strained infrastructure.
It's a really big statement from a lot of people in town, and I am listening to them.
Levy also argued the MBTA law's rezoning does not guarantee affordable housing for young families and senior residents, suggesting the town explore alternative housing solutions.
I hear a lot of people saying that the neighborhood housing plan does not satisfy the needs of the community in the way that they specifically want. People have been saying, they look at Muzzy and they see it's completely empty. They would love to have housing there, but the MBTA Communities Act doesn't allow housing a certain amount outside the half-mile radius. People claiming, that they want to see more starter homes, and the MBTA Communities Act doesn't allow, starter homes specifically. So I think people who signed the petition are just mainly saying that they want to be able to address the specific needs of Needham as well. And when you have the neighborhood housing plan, we had all these studies that show that we can accommodate a lot of the growth in the neighborhood housing plan in traffic, in sewer and water. There's some areas where we can't, like in schools, like Pollard gets very tight. But then there's a question, what about when we do want to get to starter homes and we do want to get to, maybe Muzzy or areas elsewhere? Is there room for that?
Other board members stood by the process that led to the town meeting vote, citing over a year of analysis and public engagement. They believe the neighborhood plan will help gradually expand housing options for targeted groups.
The neighborhood plan does not solve every problem. It cannot solve every problem. However, it does provide for multifamily housing in an area of town that could use some revitalization, which is walkable to the train, which is semi, office industrial. It's not, none of it is in an area of single family homes. And so I think this is something that would renew a part of town which needs renewal, which would provide a category of housing that we have a little bit of, but basically not enough. So there are other things that need to be, done, or ideally would be done, but this could do something important, and it solves a piece of it, not all of it. But that's not a reason to throw it away.
But all of these proposals, this one is 23 years in the making, take a long time to generate. And since there isn't another proposal on the table, why stop this because of some potential future thing? We haven't studied anything else. We haven't, I think that when something is underway, an opportunity cost exists for stopping it. And this is a good plan, a solid, measured, modest plan.
Additionally, town manager Katie King clarified, after speaking with the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities and Attorney General's Office, Needham will be considered non-compliant starting January 1st, following its December 31st deadline. Initially, town officials believed Needham would remain compliant until the referendum results were finalized.
In their words, the zoning has been suspended pending the outcome of the election. Town council made some arguments about if the election on the 14th affirms the town meeting vote and the zoning stays, that the effective date is actually retro to October 21st. They're taking that under advisement, but as of this afternoon, their response was, we are out of compliance.
For Needham Channel News, I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.